Talk. We got a great guest on our program talking basketball with us today. NBA coming your way.
I know everything there is to know about the greatest game ever invented.
All right, Justin Danziger will be joining us in just 1 second to talk Kevin Durant and his injury to his foot and how and if the Oklahoma Thunder can get through the first half of the season without KD. They'll essentially be missing him for the first half of the season, if that makes sense. How good can Westbrook be? So let's get into our call. Justin Danziger. Danziger here, Oklahoma City Thunder. Welcome to Loud City. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Okay, so we got MVP, KD, Kevin Durant. Rumors that he broke his foot, strained his foot. Can we get an update? What's going on with the MVP here?
Well, basically, it's a common fracture. Jones fracture usually happens in football players, but in this case, it happened to KD. Timetable 6 to 8 weeks, so he should be back soon. Shouldn't really affect him in the future, but it is a setback, and in the tough Western Conference, Thunder can't really afford to lose that many games.
Right, okay. So it's normally a football injury. Katie, you think he'll get through it? How do they look right now in the preseason in camp?
Well, basically, it's been tough adjusting. So the team hasn't looked great in preseason, but then again, it's still preseason. Steven Adams has actually looked really good offensively. We were kind of worried about his game. We were sure that he was a great defensive player, but now he's actually showing a lot of offensive improvement. And a lot of the younger guys are starting to really step up. It's really not an indication of how they'll play in the regular season. Everyone's sure that they'll get a top seed in the West. But the young guys, it's a chance for the young guys to really prove that they're worthy of getting a significant role in the team.
Okay. And Westbrook can he carry this team? Oh, you got the young guys you're talking about, which is going to be good for Scott Brooks, but can Westbrook go out there and carry this team, so they're in a position, let's say they're the top of the West. Can he make them that good alone?
I think he can do it. I think if he can score 20 points a game when he's playing alongside a guy scoring 30 points a game, I think he'll even play better. And a lot of people think he's up there for the MVP race. Do I think that they'll be a better team and that Westbrook can truly carry them? No, I think they're spots, but I do think that with him scoring, he'll be scoring well over 25 points a game. I think he's very capable of carrying a team both offensively and defensively, and he's a leader. So I think that he can do it. It'll just be tough having the former MVP there, but I think that he's very capable of doing it.
Okay, he might be. How do you think they'll finish in the West?
Like I said before, it's a tough Western Conference, and I actually wrote something about how the difference between the 2 seed and the 5 seed last year was just, I think, around 3 to 5 games. So every game matters. I don't think that they'll drop too low where they'll actually be a little worried, but I do think that a 3, 4, or 5 seed seems reasonable. Spurs, I've been riding with the Spurs throughout the whole offseason. I think they'll grab the number 1 seed. I think it'll be tight between the Clippers and Thunder. I think the Thunder will come in at 3 or 4 and possibly 5. But I'm really not worried about them getting close to an 8 seed, and I think that every matchup you get in the Western Conference is going to be tough. It's just, can they avoid the Spurs early on? Can they avoid the Clippers early on? It all depends on how other teams do and how they morph into a team without KD.
Absolutely, and so you're high on the Clippers. We'll see about them. We'll see what they have. We'll see how good they can do. I know we didn't say this, but there's been a lot of speculation that if Durant got hurt, that it might be something that affects his career long term. I don't know if that'll happen. Hopefully it won't, because he's such a great, great player, and he could become, if he sticks around, he could be the all-time leading scorer, passing throughout Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But thank you for joining us, Justin Danziger, with a short breakdown on the MVP, KD, and, of course, the Oklahoma Thunder.
My pleasure.
Talking about the Thunder, so let's get a quick quote from Scott Brooks on life without Kevin Durant, speaking last week with the press. Scott Brooks, Thunder coach.
When all of our guys are when our team is whole, we want to be a better team. That's our mindset every day. All of our guys. I have to do a good job of finding ways to be creative. There's no question. You like to be able to scrimmage, but tomorrow we're not going to be able to. But you have to figure out ways to improve. You could do it individually, you could do it with small groups, or you could do it with bigs and smalls. You can do it with many different lineups and options. So my job is to continue to find ways to improve until we get all of our guys back.
And that was Scott Brooks right there speaking on Kevin Durant and what they're going to do in the very, very difficult Western Conference starting out to see how good Russell Westbrook really is. And I like Westbrook. He's a very quick, shoot-first guard. I like him. I just don't think that he does. I don't think he's the best point guard for Kevin Durant. Now, LeBron